Wrong is just wrong. You know it when you see it.
But it's by Toni Morrison. She won a Nobel Prize for literature.
We know better.
But it's hard to know what to do. Easier to let it go. So you just kick the can down the road.
Please, I didn't do anything wrong. It was a miscarriage.
It's for the courts to decide, man.
Thank you, one clear. I underscore for 148 North St. Andrews.
Wrong is wrong. But what can you do?
They want you to think slavery was all bad, but slaves learned valuable skills, like being a blacksmith.
That's racist and a lie.
It's in the school curriculum, endorsed by our fine governor.
It's ridiculous. What are you doing? Let go of me. Stop pushing me.
Politicians who lie are manipulating you so they can gain or maintain power, turning families and friends against each other and often leading to violence. Surely you have to do something about that, don't you? Because if you keep kicking the can down the road, eventually you run out of road.
Jews will not replace us! One people, one nation, and immigration, blood and soil!
Stop! Those are racist and Nazi slogans. Just stop!
Haven't I seen you around town holding hands with another man?
That's none of your business.
I disagree.
Jews will not replace
Please.
us! One people,
This is America!
one nation, and immigration, blood and soil!
Help stop MAGA Republican fascism before it's too late. Because the MAGA Republican vision of America is anti-American. Protect your freedom and our democracy by supporting Mission Democracy.
Mission Democracy PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Saving Democracy. I'm Lou, and we're joined by CHN contributor Matt. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, I figured we'd jump right into it with what's been happening now. Not what's going to happen in 6 months or a year, but what we're already seeing happen. And that is, I think we should start off with the biggest offense, and that's the texts for slavery.
Oh, man, yeah, totally.
Apparently, there have been texts sent to people of color, instructing them to report to a plantation or a specific address, which is a municipal building, for their induction into plantation slavery. And it's all the texts are being signed by, quote, Trump administration. I don't understand how we got to this point. I just know that I don't like it. And I've spoke to a few of my friends who are, of that ilk, of that minority. And they told me not to let it ruffle my feathers, but for some reason, I'm offended. And I think everyone should be. And so, Matt, what could you tell us about this whole thing?
As far as that goes directly, I mean, like you, man, I never thought we would be here. Not in a million years. Especially this time around. We're here. We're here. That video, that older video. Wow. They finally did it. So with what they're doing here, with this sending out these freaking messages, they're going to see, the family's going to see, their friends are going to see, and they're already showing weakness now by they've on camera second guessed their votes already. They're finally understanding in real time what a tariff is actually going to do to them and their businesses. So while they learn a lesson at our expense, because it's going to be a horrendous one. We're going to have to do something about it. So, yeah.
Well, the way I'm looking at it is that's happening, right now. People are getting text messages at colleges to report to plantations for slavery, or to to report to plantations as a certified cotton picker slave. And there's no way that they can say, well, he was just kidding when he said all this stuff, or they were just joking on the campaign trail. They didn't mean it seriously, because people are taking it seriously. Look at all the people now that are texting, or not texting, but posting on X about
Fuentes. Yeah,
it's your body, my choice.
Laughing at this stuff, I know. I cannot believe it that they're saying your body, my choice about women.
There was one post that said something to the effect of, women think that they're going to withhold sex now, like they have a say in it.
Exactly. Yep.
What?
I don't know.
This is happening now. This isn't happening 6 months from now, 6 years from now. This is happening today as we speak. Matt, you have a wife.
Of course, yes.
How would you feel if somebody said that to her, or had that attitude towards her to begin with?
Unfortunately, she's had similar personal experiences of her own.
I don't
know what she does. It's upsetting. You want to punch their freaking heads off.
I don't understand how anyone with a mother, a wife, a child, a daughter, a girlfriend,
and they do it with in the name of their Christianity too, and that really bothers me, because it really dilutes real Christians, the ones that really believe in their faith, and it really hurts that part of the religion that really believes that way. I don't understand how these people went astray doing the things they're doing now. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, you're absolutely correct.
We got Salem witch trials next, and trackers for cycles now. Is that what's next?
Well, yeah, actually, I heard that there is a motion on the books in one of these states to make leaving the state illegal if you are pregnant. Yeah. That's your right to travel in the Constitution, and they said, who gives a shit?
Well, not the right to travel while pregnant, because that person, of course, they have the right to, whatever. I don't even know what they're going to say. They have the right to, but we're going to have a national registry. There are app companies that work with doctors, and they're telling people to erase their data, and not even bother having it, or get rid of the app itself entirely, and for people trying to start a family, that's taking another tool away that they could otherwise use to help them out. It sucks.
Right. And that's, like I said, that's already happening. They're already working on these things. They're already in the court systems.
Right.
And in the legislatures. It's for state by, because, putting it down to the states, which nobody wanted. I don't care what Trump says. Gives you.
I'm just to add. No, Republicans wanted that states' rights. States' rights. They always screamed it too. They mimicked that. They echoed that response, and now they have it.
And now we have seen within the past year of this going through, we've seen people dying from this.
Yeah.
People losing the ability to have children because of this.
Yeah, that's right.
And I promise you that 90% of the people who wanted this are now saying, why did I want this?
Right.
but they're also saying, well, nothing I can do about it now. It's already here. And
No,
you know,
I don't
with
like
that,
that, because there's some of those people are the loudest new advocates for choice and for the rights to privacy is what it's really all about. It's more than just Roe v. Wade. It's everyone's right to privacy. You know, between you and your damn doctor. It's none of anyone else's business. And which is they're going after more than those reproductive rights. They're going after everyone else's rights as well. They're coming after one way or another. They will filter down to something you directly have a right to, and they want that. You know, we don't deserve. If we're below a certain threshold of wealth, they want to take away rights to vote. You know, rights to exist. You know, we should be grateful we have a damn job and a roof over our head and food in our stomach. You know, who the fuck are we to think we should have more? You know, we should be grateful for that. I say, fuck you. You know?
well, no, you're right. You're right. And the problem is, all this stuff came about because people believe anything. They will believe anything. They will believe that Haitians are eating cats and dogs. They will believe that migrants are committing more crimes than your average American.
My niece has Hispanic kids, and she's terrified that something's going to happen to her fucking kids. You know, the kids are terrified of what's going to happen to them. They're worried about it. Holy cow! What the? Really?
I mean, we went through concentration camps for the Japanese in the 1940s.
I'm hearing my governor bought 800 acres for a new prison. I have a feeling it's not for a prison. You know, at least not for what we think in the traditional sense.
Oh, an internment camp.
Yeah, you know, we should have learned our freaking lesson back in Pearl Harbor. Hello, you know, hello, historians, ring any bells here? Going to learn a lesson from this? You know, George the Key. Hello.
The problem with that is that a generation or two have gone by since then, so it's actually in the rearview mirror, and people don't care.
I think they don't care.
I think it's that they don't care because they don't know how serious it was. That they read about it in a book and go, okay, that happened, that's bad, but you know, move on.
Yeah.
And like they say, those who forget about history are bound to repeat it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what they're trying to do. They're whitewashing history. They're doing everything they can to whitewash it. I find it disgusting, you know, that my brethren are doing this. You know, I'm embarrassed to walk outside half the time, especially in this freaking state, you know. And I'm not afraid when I see something happen in the grocery line, I'm gonna get involved. You know,
right.
When I hear racist stuff, I do. And I know I'm worried that someday I'm gonna get, you know, my ass kicked. Whatever.
Or you're going to be targeted by one of those groups,
Exactly.
those American groups.
Yeah. So far, it hasn't happened. I've been lucky. You know, they haven't want to come up against me. The stick I carry, I guess, is one they don't want to deal with. But, you know, that won't hold for
Well, I do want to say that, and you'll hear me swear on here occasionally, but this one is warranted. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm a white Christian national. Just means that I'm white, I'm a Christian, and I love my nation. That's not what it means.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
a racist and I'm a fucking bigot.
That's not what it does not mean that you're just white and Catholic. It means that you're yes. She only worships her God.
All right.
She only worships God. You know, even though even though she does what she does and she says what she says hypocritically, she's a Christian nationalist.
No, they kill them. They shoot themselves in the foot by themselves with their own words. And I don't know how they win their seats.
I don't either, and I don't know how any of them are in office. Well, I do, and I hate to say this, but it's ill-informed people, ill-informed voters. The number one and number two most Googled or most searched criteria on election night were, number one, how do I change my vote? And number two, what is a tariff? Which means that people are voting for things they have no clue about.
Mm-hmm.
No clue. And now companies are hoarding up to a year's worth of product in fear that when the tariffs come out, they're going to be supercharged, which means that they're going to have to supercharge the consumer.
Yep.
And we're going to end up paying for it.
Mm-hmm. And that's causing layoffs. It's causing prices to be changing on both other countries and our side to try to offset some of those changes. People aren't getting raises or bonuses or other things they would have otherwise gotten. Those are canceled for this year. Already, we're not even there yet. That's how much it's going to impact them. That it's like these companies are bracing themselves for a hurricane. And to be honest, I bet you there's a lot of companies that are not going to. Who's going to be able to afford to buy their shit? Walmart may be in trouble. Think about that. 95 to 98% of what Walmart sells is from China, or something bought through China, through another country, but still through China ultimately. I wouldn't. I bet you something is going to go down the road with big companies like that. And speaking of, just real quick, now that we have like 4 big companies in this country that run everything, that's going to be a problem. Those companies may have a very hard time getting all kinds of products to run their companies. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough times financially for everybody, for everything. Everything is going to be affected by this.
Well,
you won't be able to take a crap and wipe your butt without having this drastically affect your pocketbook. I know that sounds funny, but really, it's disgusting how expensive it's going to be. It's scary almost to think about it. I mean, I have my medication now. I eat once a day. I mean, it was from my stomach before, but now that's just the way it is. I can't afford to go out anywhere to eat. It's going out to get a McDonald's hamburger is as much as going out to a sit-down restaurant. And then the sit-down restaurant's not even that good anymore because they had to cut corners and give you an inferior product. That's just the way it is. And it's not worth going out. It's just not.
Well, I agree with you. I went, I don't know what it is in other states, but I went online to order through the McDonald's app a dinner, and Big Macs were almost $10.
And they're like this big. They're tiny.
An Egg McMuffin, regular Egg McMuffin, $10. Or a bacon, egg, and cheese. Oh no, it was an Egg McMuffin with the ham.
Yeah, an Egg McMuffin. Yeah, $10.
Yeah, $10. $10.
It's disgusting.
Holy, it's just going to get worse.
Forget about the cost of doing business, and that's what wages are. That's what buying products are to run your business. That's the cost of doing business. But what they've decided to do over time with these fucking economics that the Republicans shove down our throats is every single cost goes to us. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Bonuses go to us. We pay bonuses. They make sure they get those no matter what. And they still pass all of that to us. And then they buy back their stocks, which should be illegal. And that still falls back on us. Right now, this inflation we're experiencing is fake. It is not real. It is generated by those 3 companies that own everything. I went
on a shopping website. I don't want to mention the store's name, but I went to reorder deodorant that I had ordered just 2 months ago. That was $4.50 when I ordered it. It is now $8.17 for the same size, the same product, almost double the price in 2 months. And it's just going to get worse. And I think that a lot of what we need to look at is why would it get worse? I have to say, putting Elon Musk in charge of finances for the country is not a smart idea.
Well, hey man, with that being said, I think now is a good place to wrap it up. I'm looking at the time. I don't want this video to be very long. We want to do more of this kind of thing. I'm hoping that the few people that I'm counting on to watch this for me, please give me your input. Any input you could put in the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyone who could share this to anyone. You know, I've got plans. If we can get a few viewers and a little bit of input, I want to go further. I'm not going to stop here. I am not going to sit on my ass through this 4 years of Trump. You know, I've got some big ambitions that I want to perhaps discuss in later programs. But guys, this is, you know, I don't know. This is something that we've all thought of in conspiracy movies and fucking apocalyptic stuff. We got to wake up and face reality, and we need to do something, you know. And I'm willing to do whatever I can do to start dealing with this right now. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to lay down. I'm not going to go without kicking and screaming. We got to save this fucking democracy now, you know, for our fucking kids, for the future of this planet, for so many other things. So people get on board, take this seriously. Sorry, my 2 cents. So next time, next show.
All right. Well, with that being said, Matt, thank you as always. It's been a pleasure. It's been insightful, and hopefully we'll see everybody next time. I'm Lou.
Man. Really.
That's Matt, and we'll see you soon.